Good morning, beautiful ones. So we have a couple of minutes before we get started, as always. I'm just going to flag that I don't actually have a time-telling device other than the phone that I'm recording on. So I'm pretty much going to guess where we're at. I know this practice usually takes about an hour, so hopefully it will be just an hour. But if it goes over, my apologies. And you're going to need a block. I'd also suggest a roll. We're always going to need those in Forrest, so it's always a good idea to arrive with them. And let's get started. So, beginning kneeling, you can either sit upon a block or just sit back onto your heels, or if there's a better way for you to sit, by all means sit there. And then close your eyes down. So once your eyes are closed, just taking those preliminary breaths to shift from wherever your attention has been, to bringing your attention here into this space. Just those first few breaths to notice where your mind is at, frequency of your thoughts, and just scanning through your body for any physical tension. Just noticing those first few moments before we start to move. What are you arriving with? And then once you feel as though you've dropped in, there'll be a sense of like you feel the energy shift. It's like all of a sudden the space that you're practicing in becomes the only place that matters. Once you feel that shift in energy, once you feel the change, open your eyes. Our intent today is to work with practicing in a way that is really steady. What I mean by that is we can often approach our asana practice with a level of kind of an exercise mentality where we come and we push and we're grunting and we're struggling and we're doing all the things. And that's okay for exercise, but to bring a different level of awareness around how can I feel challenged, but within that challenge remain steady. So we're cultivating a level of calm stability, even though what we're doing is often quite intense. That's the yoga part. Okay. Let's begin with 3 rounds of Uddiyana in Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, heels to touch. Hands behind for chest openers. As you inhale, lift up through your chest. Exhale all your breath out, forward fold, but not so deep. Once all your breath is out, chin tucks. Pull your belly in and up towards your navel. Hold that for up to 10 counts. So you're not fully in the forward fold. I want you to prioritise the length of your spine today. Once you've done those 10 counts, come back to another 2 rounds in your own time. In the forward fold, find a place that allows you to connect to the steady quality of Uddiyana, rather than it being a really kind of unmanageable fold. When you need to breathe, relax your belly, then inhale, come up. Final round, exhale everything out. Your belly draws back towards your spine and slightly up towards your navel. So if all your breath is out and you're holding your belly in, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and more than anything else, go for length through your spine. Once you've done your 10, come all the way up. Seated side bend with neck release. Take your left leg out, bring your right heel in towards your groin. The left hand is inside or outside of your left leg, and then right hand out to the right for neck release. Just allowing your left ear to rest down. And get a sense while you're breathing in and out, particularly through your side ribs, of your upper right side of your chest rolling open. So there's a sense of spaciousness through the inner right ear and all the way down the right side of your neck. And keeping your neck relaxed, use your right hand, come all the way up. Use your left hand to help your head up. Easy, easy. And then change sides. Take your right leg out, bring your left foot in. Right hand is either inside or outside your right leg, and then left hand again into neck release. So right ear rest down towards right shoulder. Focus on a 1-to-1 ratio in your breaths, like in for 4, out for 4 is a good start. And whilst you're focusing on the 1-to-1 ratio, feel also for space through the upper left side of your chest. So inner left ear, left side of your neck, upper left portion of your shoulder. And use your left arm, come all the way up on an inhale, use your right hand, ease your head up. And lay back for abs. If you need padding for the back of your lower back, you can use a blanket or a towel. And setting up for elbow to knee. So as always, guys, you can always work with your feet down in this version. You can also work with your head down, particularly if you're someone that compensates a lot with your neck. Just focus on doing the leg component. Otherwise, feet up, elbows up, head is down. And inhale, head and shoulders up. Hold your breath, press the low back down. Exhale, elbows to your left knee, take your right leg forward, steady. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows right, take your left leg forward, belly draws in. Inhale back. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows left, right leg forward, push, belly draws in. Inhale back. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows right, left leg forward, belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Do one more round on each side. Once you've done your round, stay up. Take another breath in through your side ribs.
Hold your breath, lower back down. Exhale, elbows to your left knee. Take your right leg straighter. Put your right hand at the top of your right thigh. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, guide your right thigh bone skyward. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Head stays up. Hold your breath, lower back down. Exhale, elbows right. Take your left leg straight up. Left hand, left thigh. Take an inhale. As you exhale, use your left hand to guide your left thigh bone skyward, belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Hold your breath, lower back down. Exhale to left, right leg up. Right hand, right thigh, that's an inhale. As you exhale, guide your right thigh bone skyward, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, lower back down. Exhale, elbows right, left leg up. Left hand, left thigh, take an inhale. And as you exhale, guide your left thigh bone skyward, belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Do one more on each side. Once you've done your one on each side, inhale, head down, exhale, feet down. Just notice how there's a steadying of the mind as we bring our awareness into our belly, particularly the area around our navel, which is a huge area of transformation. It's kind of where we alchemize negative energy into something more useful. Just take a full feeling breath in there. And full feeling breath out, and set up for twisted root abdominals. So again, you can always work with your feet on the floor here, and likewise with your head down. Otherwise, cross your left leg over your right thigh once or twice. Fingers interlace at the base of your skull, elbows up. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl your tailbone, squeeze your thighs. Send knees and elbows skyward, belly draws in. Relax your pelvis, huge feeling breath in. Hold your breath, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, send knees and elbows skyward, belly draws in. Relax your pelvis, inhale through side ribs. Hold your breath, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, elbows and knees up, belly draws in. Inhale, head down. Place your hands at the top of your thighs for stage 2. Inhale into pelvis this time. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Use your hands to press your thighs, belly draws in. Relax the press, take an inhale. And go again. Exhale, curl tailbone, press hands and thighs together, belly draws in. Unravel your legs, put both feet down, take a full feeling breath in. And a full feeling breath out. And then change sides. So right leg over your left. Remember, you can work with your feet down. But only do that if you're protecting your back, not if you're just avoiding some uncomfortability. Okay. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones. Send knees and elbows skyward, belly draws in. Relax your pelvis, take an inhale. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, elbows up, belly draws in. Relax your pelvis again, take a feeling breath into your belly this time. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, send elbows skyward, belly draws in. Inhale, head down, feet stay up if they're up. Exhale, everything out. Make sure your chin is tucked and then take a huge feeling breath into side ribs. As you exhale, press thighs and hands together, belly draws in. Relax, take another inhale. Exhale, curl tailbone up, press thighs and hands together, belly draws in and up towards your navel. Okay, release. Straighten your legs straight down towards the bottom of the mat. Take your arms over your head. Take a full feeling breath into your belly, your side ribs, your back ribs, your chest, like fill the whole container of your core. And then open your mouth, exhale, full feeling breath out, like ah. Okay. Take your roll. If you don't have a roll, a block will do. If you don't have either, then neither. And do bridge without. And just place the roll or block in between your thighs. Feet are on the floor. Palms are upward facing. Chin is tucked, neck is long. Inhale into your pelvis. Squeeze the roll, and as you exhale, pelvis lifts up. So position your feet in the place where you feel really steady in your legs. What I would suggest is feeling for a tripod of connection. So from your heels up to the mound of your pinky toe, across to the mound of your big toe, and back to your heel. That's the triangle. And you're not ramming your feet into the ground, it's just a sense of being able to feel those 3 points touch the earth in an equal way. For the next few breaths, focus on washing your breath through your chest, through your heart, through your navel, and down into the very base of your pelvis. So those 3 main centers are nourished with quality breath. To come out, inhale, place your upper, your mid, and your lower back down. Pop the roll away. Roll over onto one side, come onto your hands and knees. You'll need a block. If you don't have a block, no worries. And it's kind of the medium way around. So it's going to go in between your ankles. The idea is that when we squeeze the block, we get the inner leg lines working. Particularly here, like they're like very weak areas of our body. So if you're working with dolphin, you can either do palms clasped or forearms parallel. If you're shoulder injured, palms clasped is the way to go. Measure your upper arm bones, interlace your fingers, relax your neck. Take an inhale into your upper back. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, and then bring your ankles so they're touching the block. Don't worry about your heels reaching the floor. That may never happen. That's not kind of the point. But where your ankles meet the block, on your next inhale, balloon your breath through your side ribs. And then as you breathe out, squeeze your ankles onto the block and feel for a lifting through the whole of your spine as you ground through your legs. So when we turn our legs on, it helps to feel stability and steadiness through our spine, shoulders, chest. That we've got this full support through the whole of our body. Not just our arms, not just our legs, not just our spine, all 3. And release, place both knees down. Put the block away. And come to the top of your mat for suns. So we've got the beautiful background noise, I'm not sure if you can hear it, of some sort of lawnmower that I believe follows me around the world. Alright, feet can be together or apart, you choose. Inhale, arms straight up. Forward fold as you exhale. You can have a little bend in your knees. Take your left leg back so it's underneath your hip. Inhale, arms straight up. Hands to the floor, step back to plank and then modify. Knees go down, lower all the way, feeling your chest working. Cobra is an inhale. It's like low cobra to start if you need. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Left foot forward, back knee underneath your hip. Come all the way up on an inhale. Hands down, step forward and fold as you exhale. So again, get your belly on your thighs, neck is long. Come all the way up on an inhale, arms reach. And hands rest easy at your heart on an exhale. So go again, inhale, arms skyward. Forward fold, exhale. Right leg back, knee down for lunge. Go a little further back with your knee this time. Plank. Modify chaturanga, knees go down, lower with control. Steady. Cobra is an inhale. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Right foot forward, back knee down. Again, arms come up on your inhale. Hands down, step forwards. Fold fully as you exhale. Remember a little bend in your knees anytime that you need. Just come all the way up on an inhale. Arms reach. Hands to heart. Exhale. Inhale, arms skyward. Forward fold, exhale. Left leg back for lunge, inhale. Big breath. Plank. Modify, knees go down, lower all the way. Keep your belly engaged. Cobra, inhale, upper back working. Down dog, exhale. Left foot for lunge, inhale, arms up. Hands down, forward fold, exhale. Come on up all the way on an inhale. Hands to heart on exhale. Inhale, arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Right leg back for lunge, inhale, arms skyward. Plank, knees go down, lower all the way. Cobra, inhale, upper back working. Down dog on your exhale. Right foot forward for lunge, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. The brain empties everything that's in there into the earth. Just come all the way up. Inhale, arms reach. Hands to heart as you exhale. So it's using this final round now to really steady the mind. So moving in a way that embodies that steadiness. So inhale, arms skyward. Forward fold, exhale. Left leg back for lunge, inhale. Plank, step back, modify, exhale. Cobra, inhale, thighs working. Down dog, exhale. Left foot lunge, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Come all the way up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Last round, inhale up. Exhale to fold. Right leg back for lunge, inhale. Plank. Modify as you lower. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot lunge. Come up, engage your left butt cheek. Hands down, forward fold. Exhale fully. Come all the way up on an inhale. And hands to your heart as you exhale. And before we move on, pause here for a moment. Feel the tripod of your feet again. So your heels, your little toe and your big toe mound. It's that triangular connection to the earth. And whilst you're plugging and rooting down, feel also the crown of your head connecting to what's above. So there's this central column that feels as though it's lined up. You're connected to above and below and to the center of your heart. B series with 2 pause vignettes. Inhale into chair. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back to plank and lower as you exhale. Cobra, inhale, big breath. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Step your left foot forward for easy twisting lunge. So your back knee is underneath your hip. Palm of your right hand on the floor. Inhale, left arm straight up. Right ear relaxes towards right shoulder. And as you inhale, feel a little bit of length through your spine, and then exhale just to roll open. So you're going to notice your right shoulder blade is sliding down your back, so you're not buckling your right shoulder in. It's just this sense of feeling the front of your body open. And release. Set up for lounge lunge. Move your right knee back a little. Take your right hand forward a lot. Hold the left side of your shin there. Inhale into your right armpit. And then as you exhale, let your right rib cage hang towards your right arm. So there's still a little bit of activation through your right leg. Right butt cheek kind of contracts towards your right heel, I guess. And then you're hugging your left knee in towards your chest. It's like a twist in action. It's a great pause for lengthening out through the side ribs particularly. The place where our breath tends to kind of skip, I guess. Release. Step back to plank. Bring your feet together. So you can put your knees down anytime. Take an inhale, come forward, and then lower with control as you exhale. Cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Your right foot forward, easy twisting lunge. Left knee underneath your hip, left hand on the floor. Inhale, right arm straight up this time. So again, it's not hectic, but still feeling for the steadiness of where your back shin connects to the floor, where your front foot plugs down. And then allowing your left shoulder to roll open slightly, so the distribution of weight in this pose is equal through the whole of your body. There's the steadiness. Lunge, lunge. Take your left leg back a little bit. Left hand forward a lot. And then the same again. Hang your left ribs. So you're hugging your right knee in towards your chest. You've got a slight bend in your left elbow, particularly if you're in the hyperextension club with me. You feel just a little bit of activation through your triceps, your upper arm bone. And then wash your breath through your left side ribs. Like feel where your breath is not reaching. Release. Step back to plank. Again, bring your feet together first of all. Ankles touch, and then take an inhale, move your body weight forward and lower, knees up or down on your exhale. Cobra is an inhale, so your upper back is working. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Again, throwing in a turbo dog if you feel it's that time now in your practice. Little bend through your elbows, maybe wrapping your shoulder blades a little more. Warrior One, eagle arms. Inhale, set your left foot forward. Right arm underneath your left. Inhale, send your elbows forward and then lift your elbows up. You can rest your forehead in your arms, or you can just keep the back of your neck long. It's up to you. Choose the option that allows you to feel more steady through your mind. So it might be that resting your forehead in your arms allows you to feel more supported to let go, maybe. And then release. Put your back knee down for twisted lunge. So your back knee's underneath your hip. Inhale your right arm straight up. Exhale, twist your right elbow outside your left thigh. A little fist with your right hand. Left hand goes on top. Inhale, reach the crown of your head forward. To get length through your spine. And then exhale, twist. Keep letting your neck go. So that sense of feeling steady here, like what can you do to the base of your body to allow for a softening through your spine? Like, can you use your legs more effectively? And that doesn't mean activating them and like digging in. It just means, where are you not active? Where are you not engaged? Where's your awareness not reaching? Release. Step back to plank. Feet together. Inhale. Then lower on your exhale. Into a cobra. Inhale. Down dog or turbo on your exhale. Warrior One with eagle arms. Inhale, right foot forward. This time left arm under right. Same thing. Inhale, send your elbows forward. So you're spreading through your upper back. And as you exhale, lift your elbows up. You can rest your forehead in your arms, or not. If resting your forehead in your arms means you're a lot wobblier, maybe not today. What we want to feel for in today's practice is what choices do we make that allow us to feel as though we're walking on some sort of solid ground. Particularly when we feel like we're on groundless ground. So we use our practice to embody what we need to feel in our life on any given day. Release. Put your back knee underneath your hip, twisting lunge. So put your right hand on your right thigh. I like to do that for stability actually. Inhale your left arm straight up, and then as you exhale, twist. Put a little fist with your left hand. Right hand goes on top. And same as before, so as you inhale, reach the crown of your head forward. And as you exhale, twist, but don't twist your hips. Keep your pelvis really still. And when you twist instead, let it be from your navel center. So it's a little bit like we're squeezing out any old stale energies in that particular part of our body. Very much associated with our ability to digest food and also information. A little bit of extra support to get things assimilated. Release. Step back to plank again, ankles touch, feet together, take an inhale. And then lowering all the way on your exhale. Come on into a cobra. It's an inhale, upper back is working. And downward facing dog or turbo on your exhale. Flank stretch. Inhale, step your left foot forward, parallel your feet and come up to standing for a moment. So I want to check that your feet are about 3 feet apart. Don't need to be much wider than that, and then fold straight through center. Bring your right hand onto your left ankle. Your left hand can go on top or outside. Take an inhale through your right side ribs. On your exhale, move your heart down towards the floor, like your chest down, and then hang your right ribs a little over to the right. What I encourage you to feel for mostly in this pose is your inner leg lines working. So remember how we did the little dolphin thing at the beginning where we wanted our inner leg lines to switch on? This is now when we start to feel them a little more. So that might mean bending your knees or repositioning your feet in some way. Release. For twisting triangle with a block. If you don't have a block, then you don't have a block. Your left foot faces forward. Block comes inside of your left foot, right toes out to an angle. Keep it on a higher height, right hand on the block. Inhale, left arm up. Twist to your left. You can also keep your left hand on your pelvis. Just feeling into the position that helps you feel most stable through your pelvic region. You can let your right ear rest towards your right shoulder. Maybe engaging your right thigh bone a little. Maybe you need to reposition your feet. Again, step back to plank. With your feet together, lower as you exhale. Knees can be up or down. Cobra is an inhale. Down dog or turbo on your exhale. Notice if you're choosing turbo from habit, or like you're still in that place of proving, or if you're choosing turbo because it actually helps you feel more stable and steady. It's like work within the intent. Flank stretch, step your right foot forward, coming up. And fold forward. Bring your left hand to your right ankle. Right hand can go outside or on top with your left hand. And take an inhale through your left rib cage. As you exhale, hang your left ribs towards your left leg. It's like chest down, spine long, neck is relaxed. And again, that connection through your inner leg line. So the area that you feel for is the big toe mound. How are you connected there? And then maybe bring your awareness to your little toe mound and feel how you're connected there. Release. Set up for twisted triangle, the easier version. Using a block. Left hand on the block, right hand can be on your sacrum, or inhale, right arm up. Just notice when you're using a block how much more space there is to feel for the twist through your navel. So again, we go back to that whole idea that this is the area of assimilation. And how much I love this on the block. It feels so much more open and free for me. And then release. Step back to plank. Bring your ankles to touch. Take an inhale to lean your weight forward and then lower on your exhale. Into a cobra, inhale, big breath. Downward facing dog as you exhale, and then pop your knees down on the floor for a moment. If you are someone that does Bakasana, then you're good. You can go into your Bakasana variation, Bakasana, also known as crow. If you're someone that's learning Bakasana, I suggest learning with a block. So you're up on the block. The other way that I learned actually was I had something there for my forehead, so maybe the roll, so like when I face planted, which was inevitable, I had something there to actually buffer my head from the floor. So if you're learning crow, when you come onto the block like this, take your hands about a foot forward so you've got space to lean, and I would actually just work with that. Just lifting your heels up, coming forwards, kind of playing with your centre of gravity, because it changes, right? That's what stops us doing it. We get really scared, like, I'm going to fall over. If you're someone that is already working with Bakasana and you're not already in, come in now. As you lean forward, glue the inner edges of your feet together. Yeah. And then look forward so your chest opens almost like a cobra. And then working to straighten your arms best you can. And release. Take a moment, get your breath. Watch this. In the next vignette, I will offer the option of a standing pigeon. Standing pigeon, you take a hold of the outer edge of your left foot, lower your left hip in line with your right hip, and then aim to lift your heel up in the direction of your sternum. So that will be the modification. If you cannot work with what we're working with in this next vignette. Alrighty. Coming to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Come into warrior two legs. I've got my back to you guys for a reason. And then you're going to bring your left hand up in between your shoulder blades. So kind of in a half archer. And the reason why we're doing this is just kind of helping the shoulder get familiar with this angle so that when we go into the next part, it's not such a shock. So inhale into your upper left shoulder blade and then kind of really gently just slide your shoulder blade towards your spine. Okay. From here, interlock warrior. Left hand comes inside your left leg, right arm behind. So that's the full bind. If that's not your vibe today, left hand can go on the floor or a block with your right arm over like so. So you get to choose. Choose what makes you feel more steady, because if we're continually reinforcing that stability through our practice, when we leave the mat, we're able to respond more stably throughout the day. It really matters. Now, if you're coming into Easy Bird, you're coming in with me. Otherwise, you go and do Standing Pigeon, which is what I showed you guys about a minute ago. Easy Bird, take your time. Engage your right butt cheek. Left leg comes straight up. Chest is wide open here. Again, you're not holding your breath. Breath is easy, and the steadiness of your breath will let you know if you've gotten too far. If you're like, or you're like holding your breath too far, come back to something more manageable. Release. Step back to down dog only this time. Just take a few breaths there to recenter. Notice the energy that's moving through your body in this moment. And let's come to the other side. So right foot forward this time for warrior two. We'll go into the half archer again. The right hand in between your shoulder blades. Feel like the back of your head is in line with your lower back. The back of your neck is long. And then inhale into your upper right side of your chest. And slide your right shoulder blade in. There's this sense of lifting up whilst rooting down. So we've got both. And then somewhere in the center is our heart. Interlock warrior, or remember there's an option to place your right hand on the floor or a block. Left arm goes over. Right ear down. Left side of neck is relaxed. And again back to the steady breaths. That's your barometer of whether you've gone too far. Is that quality of your breath. Is it smooth and steady? Great, then stay. Is it not existent? Do something to change that. Is it strained? Do something to change that. Easy bird or standing pigeon, you guys know where you're at. Choose the right one for you. And again, if you're not sure, your breath is the indicator. There's no point in doing a pose that scrambles your mind when the actual aim is the opposite. Let's really pay attention to the choices that you make on the mat. that will essentially ripple out into your life. Okay, release. Playtime. So come down onto your mat now. If these poses are not an option for you, you can work with Malasana Squat, palms to chest, using your elbows to open through the inner thighs. And that's beautiful, that's perfect. So feel for length through your spine. If you're feeling like today is a more adventurous day, we're working into Titibasana. So your palms come to the mat, fingers face forward, and you might stay here. Maybe just lifting one leg. Maybe you will lift both. You can see that one of my legs is super straight and the other's bent. Something going on in my right hip, so I'm not going to force that. Okay, let whatever occurs in your body without worrying about what this looks like. And then come out equally steady. Hands on the floor, feet together, forward fold, then come all the way up on your inhale, and relax your arms by your side on your exhale. Bring your feet so they are, let's say about hip width apart. And then forward fold with your knees can bend as much as you want here, guys, that's fine. Now, I don't like, for me, the version of grabbing two handfuls of hair here is not my my flavour, but if you want to do that, you can. Otherwise, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, forearms slide along your jawline, and then allow your elbows to naturally weight down. It's coming into standing forward bend with neck traction. And what I would like you to do while we're here is focus on the ratio of 1-to-1 breath. So you're inhaling for 4 of your own counts, and then exhaling for 4 of your own counts. But while you're breathing, move your breath into your belly so you can actually feel your belly move out onto your legs on an inhale. And then away from your legs on an exhale. And slowly, slowly release. Hands on the floor, bend your knees, come down to seated. So a couple of options with this next one. If you're working with a tighter pelvis today, I would suggest this version. So you're seated, it's like the standing pigeon we just did actually, but seated, same thing, and you can actually even sit up against a wall, which I like when my back is feeling not so strong, like I need a bit of support. So this is the first version. And then if you're able to move into a deeper variation today, because it's just one of those days, compass. So your right hand comes over your left foot, left hand stays on the floor, both butt cheeks stay down so your butt doesn't lift. And then you feel 2 things, most likely. Something going on through your left leg somewhere, and an expansion and opening through your right ribs. Whichever version you're doing, do that now. And then release. Change sides. So you got your seated pigeon or your compass. So I don't know how I'll go on this. No, it's not going to happen on that side for me. So again, you can do, like, if your body's allowing one option on one side and another option on the other side, you can also do that. It's like accommodate what's there, rather than trying to make things match. Shoulders are down. This is a non-threatening situation, even though it might not feel that way. So your shoulders relax. So you can get your breath into the areas that are feeling a little bit sticky, like there's something going on in my hip today, my right hip. So I'll focus my awareness on breathing into the space that just doesn't feel like it's going so well. Release. So you've got the option of coming to Happy Baby, which you can do with your hands inside or outside your feet, or Baddha Konasana on your back. So you choose. If you're coming into Baddha Konasana on your back, in fact, both versions, most likely your lower back will lift, and that's kind of the point. Like, we want a release in that space. The Baddha Konasana people, you're taking your knees wide and bringing your big toes, they're down towards like your third eye. A little bit higher than the bridge of your nose. And release, bring your knees into your chest. Noticing how you feel through your bones. I always like that sensation of like, oh, I really feel my spine on the mat now. I'm really here, you know, I'm in my body. And then extend your legs out, arms by your side, and make your way into your version of Shabasana. I can't believe it, like that's like perfect timing, right? I had no time device. Laying all the way down. Maybe tuck your tailbone under so your lower back is long. Oh, that sense of allowing the outer layers of your skin to begin to soften. And then move into your blood and your veins and feel them begin to soften. And eventually feeling into your bones and allowing your bones to soften. The weight of your skeleton.
As you know, if you need longer, you must stay. I really honour that. Otherwise, invite your breath in. With eyes gently closed, just transition to one side. Easing up to sitting. Just bring your hands to rest easy at your heart. So understanding now the steadiness that you have cultivated in that last hour is now the whole point is to take that into your life. Like, there's no need to do a steady practice and then go off like a maniac. It's kind of the total opposite. So now the work starts of how can we bring this practice into life, so that the way that we make our choices and the way that we move through our day has an element of steadiness to that also. Bring your thumbs to your third eye to honour each other on this very colourful journey of life. And together we say Namaste.